Hello everyone, it's just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between the Roomba i5 and the Shark IQ robot vacuum cleaner. So both of these robot vacuum cleaners will vacuum your house, come back to the base station, and auto empty. It's how they do it's a little bit different. So I really like the Shark. It has LiDAR navigation. It does a great job of mapping your house. And in the app, it's a really nice app that has a good user interface, and you can put no-go zones, have it clean certain rooms on certain days. Now the Roomba i5 does not have LiDAR navigation. And I do think it struggles with mapping your house and sort of just navigating your house if it is kind of bigger. And also the app is not, the Shark app is better, and the Roomba app, you cannot put no-go zones. So to keep it out of certain areas, you've got to put these barriers up or put that like a virtual wall up that's extra. Now it does come with this mopping attachment. I don't consider it a very good mop. So I'm mainly going to talk about the differences in vacuuming. Now, another big difference is the Shark IQ is bagless. So after 60 days, you just press this button, take this over to the trash can, press that button, and everything comes out. You don't have to get a bag. But since it's bagless, you do have to clean a filter. Down here, you are going to be cleaning this filter about once a month, and it does get pretty dirty. Now on the Roomba, it is easier just to replace the bag. You're going to simply open this up. After 2 months, pull this up, throw that bag away, put a new bag in, and you're ready to go. Because the robot base stations empty out the vacuum cleaners after every job. You can see that. They do it like right there. It sucks everything out. And the Shark is right here while it's charging it. Obstacle avoidance is going to be a little bit better on the Shark also. So here's the bottom of the robots. Here's the Shark single brush roller, side brush, drive wheels. We can see there is a comb on here that it does try to help get the long hairs off. Some long hairs will wrap around the brush roller, but it is very easy to work on. Just like the Roomba over here, it's got the double brush roller. You will get some long hairs wrapping around the sides. It is a little bit bigger area. There's where it auto empties. The single side brush just turns. There's where it charges, drive wheels, and this free spinning wheel. And again, there's the navigation. This is what it uses for navigation, which that navigation right there is like when you use a mouse and it's following the pointer on the screen. It's got that kind of sensor. And I think that does struggle quite a bit compared to LiDAR. Just works very well. Let's take a look at the dustbins. So the Shark's going to vacuum. Everything's going to go into the dustbin, and then everything will auto empty out the back. There is a filter here you're going to clean or replace once in a while. On the Roombas, it's also easy to work on. Everything goes in here, auto empties out the back. You can get inside there and clean it. And there is a filter here you are going to have to clean, or no, you have to replace that. You cannot clean that. When you want it to mop, you're going to you have to replace the dustbin and fill this with water. It still has a dustbin, but you're going to have to manually empty it when it's done. And it wets the mop pad by a wick. There's no water pump in there, so if you don't take this off right away, all the water could leak out of it. And because you can't put no-go zones, you have to tell it to clean a room that only has carpet in it. Otherwise, if you tell it to clean your whole house and there's carpet, it's going to drag that mop pad on carpet, because you don't have a way of telling the robot that there's a no mop zone or a no-go zone when the mop pad's installed. So let me show you how each one of them cleans. Okay, so the Shark IQ is going to undock from its self-empty base and start vacuuming. So it's going to vacuum around the perimeter of the room first, and then it's going to go back and forth and make the straight lines. Now I like that it has spinning LiDAR navigation. It does a great job of mapping your home. And in the app, you can tell it to clean different rooms on different days, or have it clean the entire house. Here's what the map of my house looks like, and I'm having it clean that room down there. I can start and stop it right from the app. So it's going back and forth, making the straight lines now. It's doing a pretty good job of vacuuming. Okay, so when it's all done, it's going to return to the docking station and auto empty its base, auto empty its dustbin, and it's also going to charge the robot. Okay, looks like it found the base. It's going to back up now. And that base station is a bagless design, so you don't need a bag. Okay, so about every 60 days, you're going to take this over to the trash can, empty that out. Again, you don't need a bag, but the nice thing about this is you have these reusable filters up here. So you will have to clean those filters about once a month. You rinse them out and let them dry. And again, I really like that this robot has LiDAR navigation. This sensor up here is mainly for if it's up against a wall or help it find the docking station. And now this robot it'll be charging up, getting ready to go for the next time. Okay, let's see how the i5 Roomba is going to clean up this carpet. We got a bunch of dirt and debris on this carpet. Okay, so the i5 does not have LiDAR navigation. It uses a combination of, there's a sensor on the bottom that kind of tracks where it's been. So it does rely on kind of bumping into things with the front bumper to let it know where it's at. Because it will map your house and then it'll use that sensor on the bottom to determine where it's at. The sensor on top here is for when it needs to return to the dock. So it's going to go around and do the perimeter of the room first. Okay, so after it does the perimeter of the room, it can vacuum in straight lines. And that's a dirt detection event. So when that turns blue on top, that means the sensor inside the robot detected some dirt and it's going to go back and forth over that dirt. And then it will go back to normal vacuuming. So it does a relatively good job of vacuuming. And you can put this on a schedule and have it clean certain rooms. There's another dirt detection event. It turned blue and it's going to go back and forth over that area. There's another dirt detection event. So now when it's all done, I'm going to tell it to dock. I do like that it has physical buttons up here. We're going to tell it to go dock. When it's all done, it will go dock itself and auto empty this dustbin back here. Okay, so it's lining itself up with the dock. And the auto empty system is going to kick on. And so that every couple months you are going to have to replace this dust bag right here. It's very simple. Just pull it out, throw it away, and put a new one in. Okay, let's see how the auto empty system worked. Let's take the dustbin out. It did okay. There is a little bit of dirt and debris in there. I do think that's one of the weak points of the i5 is it's emptying out the dustbin into the dust bag. So here's the bottom of the i5. It does have the dual brush rollers. There's that sensor that helps it track like a mouse pad on a computer. That's what tracks your floor. That navigation can struggle if your house is really big. If you have a smaller home, it does okay. There's the side brush. There's where it's going to charge. These are the fall-off sensors so it doesn't fall down your stairs. Let's take a look at the brush rollers. Now you will get some hair wrap around the sides here. It does pretty good with keeping the hair wrap out of the center, but you do get some hair wrap on the sides. Now the i5 combo, you can convert to a mopping robot. You got to put a whole new dustbin on. This is a water tank dustbin, so you're going to put this on. It's still going to vacuum your house and everything's going to go in the dustbin, but it can't auto empty. So when it comes back to the docking station, you lose the auto empty feature because this dustbin has that little flapper on the bottom that it can auto empty everything out of. So you got to manually empty this dustbin whenever you got the mopping attachment on, and it's a little bit smaller. Now, also, you don't have a carpet sensor, so you really have to be careful. This thing will mop carpet, but you'll have to divide up the rooms where the carpet is. And so if you have a room that has a rug in it, you'll have to take the rug up when you want to mop, or it will mop that rug. But divide up the rooms according to if it's only hardwood floors. Then you can tell the robot, just go vacuum and mop that room only. You can't tell it to do your whole house, or it will mop your floor. Now here it is with that attachment on. It doesn't raise or lower this, and you will have to take this off and clean it yourself. You'll have to put this in the laundry, and it's just by wicking. There is no pump that's pumping the water out of the tank. These are like little wicking pads. So you do want to pre-wet this first if you want to get the best mopping. These do slide on the track. I mean, the mop pad does come on and off real easy. Just, it's going to capture the dirt, and you're going to have to take it off and put it in the laundry yourself. I don't consider this robot a very good mopping robot. There are other better ones out there that do a better job of mopping. Because with a mopping robot, you want features like a carpet detector, a carpet sensor, so that the robot knows when it's on carpet. It'll either avoid it or lift up the mop pad so it doesn't get your carpet wet. Now it will come back to the docking station when the mop pad's installed. You'll just have to come up here and remove the mop pad yourself, and then put the vacuum only dustbin on. So it is relatively to change them out. Okay, so the Shark IQ I absolutely love based on price point. I got this at Walmart for under $200. It's on Amazon now for $250. That's a good price for a robot with LiDAR navigation and an auto empty dock. Now, I prefer bags because there's no maintenance. Just replace the bag and you're done. That's quite a bit of maintenance. I just did a video on all the maintenance on this. So if you want to see that, I mean, it is all reusable and it's relatively easy, but it is dirty. So if you want bagless, the Shark IQ, this is just a very simple robot vacuum cleaner. It's not going to deep clean your carpet. It's just going to kind of keep up on things, but it will work, and that dustbin will get pretty full. So to say these don't work doesn't, but we could say the i5 doesn't work very good. I've got so many videos on it. Definitely don't approve of it. You can see the Just a Dad sticker seal of approval over here on the Shark. Now, I did buy both these robots with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. That way I can give you my honest opinion on this. Shark or Roomba does have some new ones coming out, and I've been doing some testing with the 105. It's okay because it has LiDAR navigation, and I've been comparing to the Eufy C10. Right now, this is probably the one to get, even over the Shark, unless you really want bagless. Yeah, I'm always surprised that this Roomba i5 is still for sale. A robot needs LiDAR navigation nowadays. It just absolutely has to have it. Otherwise, you're just going to have lots of frustration. Believe me, I've had so much frustration with the Roomba i5, i3. They're all the same. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. I know I've been doing these reviews at home, and Miss Fiona and I have just been having the best time. She's down here sleeping with me, and she's glad I'm home too. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. None of this would be possible without you. These are some simpler robots. I got a studio where I'm kind of doing more complicated reviews on some of the more expensive ones, but these things are super important. I realize how many they sell of these on Amazon, and I thought I've got to educate people on what's the best one to buy. It's June of 2025, I'm sorry. And I just checked Amazon. They sold 3,000 of the i5s last month. That's disheartening, because people are going to have a terrible experience with that. And then they can have such a better experience with a robot vacuum cleaner. And that's why I'm doing these really quick, simple reviews. There's not a lot of great detail. There's not a lot. I just want to get the information. I want to tell people this is the one to buy. I have to kind of show them. I just can't get on the screen and say, buy the, I have to do a little bit of work and kind of show them why. I know the information, so I don't mind telling people the information kind of in a short format, quick, keep it simple. I have full videos on how to set those up and all of that. So if there's more, I have more videos on those. This is just to get the information out. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.